Do 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 do. Basically, none of you know me. I love it when people love to conjecture about me. It's like, have I ever met you or talked to you on the phone? No. Well, I'm glad you know so much about me. You know nothing. And people like trying to diagnose me, psychoanalyze me via YouTube. I always find that fascinating. First and foremost, a lot of people think I'm in the Illuminati, but I've never answered that question. First, I just have no idea why people think that. That'll get everybody going. First and foremost, I'm a hardcore metaphysician. I'm a Neoplatonic monist. People are like, what's that? It's like, you have to look it up. It's like the stuff they should have taught you in high school and college and everywhere. I'm a keen observationalist, and I got to talk about the Metaphysics of Fools. Fools is an interesting word. It actually doesn't carry any hardcore connotations today. It used to carry a really hardcore connotation in the ancient ages. And now, if we want to differentiate out where fool stands between episteme and gnosis, it's actually a collective of both, as far as the ontology of where the word fool comes from in the metaphysics of early English, if you will, since obviously that's an English word. Obviously, there's two differentiation between what is applaudable by those who are wise. One is episteme, or empirical knowledge, which only gets you so far. And the other one is gnosis, i.e. empirical knowledge versus wisdom. And there is a huge differentiation between the two. Been standing opposite to this, the fool. Did you know that and I translate ancient Pali, I also translate ancient Greek, that the ancient word in Pali, which is patugina, which actually sounds like you're spitting, is the same word, and this is true in several ancient languages, the same word, and this is so very important, and nobody gets this at all. The ancient word for popular, meaning populace, i.e. collective thinking, we're going to talk about lemmings here, is the same word for fool or idiot. Just think about that for a second. The ancient word for popular is the exact same word for fool or idiot. That's incredibly important. There's actually a lot of stuff in ancient metaphysics, specifically in ancient Egyptian, ancient Greek, and ancient Prakrit, also in Sanskrit, that we just don't find today. It's would be so applicable to comprehending. We have no differentiation in English between mind and consciousness. They both kind of mean the same thing in English. Both connotation and denotation are meshed together as one thing, but they're not in ancient metaphysics. Specifically, the intelligent varieties of ancient metaphysics, of which there really were only, there were only three. There were only three. I'm going to catch a lot of flack for this, but I don't give a damn because I'm accurate. I'm 100% right. There's only three accurate ancient metaphysics. One was Greek, the other one was Egyptian, and the third, to a lesser degree, was Indian, like Advaita Vedanta, like Shisharankaracharya, the Upadisha Sahasri, Vivachudamuni, the principal Upanishads, like beginning with the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, and early versions of monistic monism. The Greeks and the Indians, there's several books on it. The ancient Greeks and the Indians actually had a lot of interplay and communication between each other. But let's specifically talk about fools. How you recognize fools. Interesting enough, when I was in Florida, I was picking up somebody at the airport, and there's this stupid ass. You can always tell, and I've been saying this for ages, you can always tell how smart someone is, and this is the best way to do an interview. People read people's resumes. Everybody lies on their resume. There's an easy way to find out whether someone's a dumbass, i.e. a fool, or not. Just ask them the books that they praise. Like, say, hey, dude, what's not your favorite book, but like the most intelligent stuff you've ever read? And whatever they say, you can easily you can find them out, because they have no idea what you're really asking. And they will be truthfully honest with you. People will say, like, geez, what's the most intelligent book I've ever... I didn't like it, but it was really intelligent. They'll say something really stupid. It's like, hey, this person's an idiot. Here's a guy who came up to me, started flapping his lips about all sorts of various variegated bullshit, and I didn't want to talk to the guy. And then he got on to talking about Alan Watts. I was like, yeah, I'm a hardcore metaphysician. I write books and articles on it. Oh, really? Blah, blah, blah. My favorite stuff to read is Alan Watts, he tells me. Alan Watts was this drug-using, pill-popping, knuckle-dragging mental midget of a moron. He's a scumbag. He's a Western existentialist idiot that experimented heavily with drugs, and he wrote these stupid-ass pop books about Zen and emptiness. He's just an idiot. And I was like, oh, you like Alan Watts a lot, I said. He's like, yeah, I really do. I think man, that's the smartest stuff I ever. Inside, I wanted to laugh outside, but inside I was laughing so hard. I was like, man, this guy just comes up to me, starts flapping his lips, and then he mentions he loves reading Alan Watts. That's the smartest stuff he's ever read. I was like, oh, okay. I knew he was a dumbass within the first 5 seconds, but then he proved it by telling me how much he loved Alan Watts. If you ever want to find out if someone's a fool or not, just ask them, not their most favorite book, but the books that they think are the most intelligent that they've ever read. Another thing that actually typifies fools is that they're fooled by charisma. A fool is fooled by something, obviously both by connotation and denotation. They're fooled by people with high charisma, people like sweet talkers. You know they're evil. It's kind of like Charles Manson and Hitler and all these other people that were just pure evil, but they had one thing going for them. They had charisma. You know, they could just like, they could talk someone into like robbing a bank and killing somebody, just like with like, you spend 30 minutes talking to them. Fools are fooled by people that have charisma. There's a lot of ways that actually, people have armor, unlike animals which have fangs and claws. Humans have various forms of defense. One is intelligence, the other one is strength, the other one is wisdom, which basically nobody has. Another one, beauty, like you need to be some sort of hot person, you get whatever you want. And then there's charisma. The most evil thing in the world is like an evil person with charisma, because, man, they'll just destroy everything. They're like an atomic bomb. A person that is an atomic bomb, a walking atomic bomb, is an evil asshole with loads of charisma. I could think of a lot of them, but I won't name them because then they would piss you off. But we can, Charles Manson, Hitler, blah, blah, blah. You know, these were hot speakers. They can convince all sorts of stupid people to do evil shit, right? It's a fact. I don't care if you agree with me. It's a fact. So fools are fooled by charisma. A wise person can say, like, you just got a lot of charisma. You're a dumbass. You're like an evil SOB. But fools are fooled by that, and most people are fools. You know, that's going to really piss everybody off, me saying that. You know, well, it's the truth, though. And of course, the one, like I said, you could really, really quickly determine whether someone's a fool or not by, you know, the stuff that they praise or the people they praise. Specifically, easiest way is to check out the books. Just ask them the sort of books that they praise. People are fooled by obvious motives, like, you know, the most popular people, like on YouTube photography channels, they have the most people around them. They're fools. The people that actually congregate around these people are fools. They don't realize that these people have what we call an agenda. You know, they're shilling and pimping and they're selling crap. But the reason why they have so many subscribers is because most people are fools. They can't see through that. They can't see an agenda. It's like, hey, maybe this person is kissing my ass because they want to sell something to me. Fools are fooled by that, because a fool by definition is a person that does foolish crap. And they're fooled by evil people like that kiss their butt. Hi, how are you doing? Click the link below, buy my book, buy this care. People are fooled by that sort of nonsense. I mean, they are fools by definition. Fools are also fooled by, which seems redundant, but it's important to say, fools are fooled by superficialities. They actually can't see beneath the superficial. We're all guilty of that to some degree in our busy lives, but superficialities really confuse fools. You can sell them gold-plated cat crap and keep them coming back. They really are fooled by superficialities. One thing that actually really typifies a stinking fool, and this is the reason why society is going to collapse, especially Western society, is that people are emotional rather than logical. And emotions are meant for certain things. It's kind of like the reason why you don't eat steaks every day, because soon you'll feel like you want to shit a brick and die. That's why you don't eat steaks every day. You reserve it for special occasions, right? Emotions are meant for certain things, your loved ones, your wife, your kids, you know, your birthday. My birthday's tomorrow, by the way. Where's my cupcake at? Where's my cupcake at? Emotions are meant to be kept within a small confine, you know? Wife, family, kids, you know, promotion, hooray, I'm going to pop some champagne, yay! Everything else should be extremely logical. You should be like a Vulcan. Human beings are not being taught that anymore. They generally have not been taught that, but they're definitely... People are so emotional and irrational and stupid. It is mind-boggling how stupid people are. They're completely ruled by their effing emotions. You're just knuckle-dragging mental midget retards. Just people are so stupid. It's like they're emotional all the time. It's like, are you ever logical? You know? You just avoid people like that like a plague. You just treat them like a walking venereal disease. You just don't touch them. You want nothing to do with them. Because they're useless. They're useless human beings. You know, they may be good at shoveling the crap or, you know, digging holes in your backyard. But, I mean, they're emotional. There's no logic to them. There's nothing sensible about them. Because they've let their emotions run wild. All ancient metaphysics have warned humanity about letting your emotions run wild. I could think of countless passages in the Pali, Plato, Aristotle. Modern human beings think you should be emotional about everything, and those people are assholes and idiots, and they are fundamentally fools. Really importantly, fools can never make an intuitive leap. Remember, there's a neat movie, it's an old one and then a remake. It's called The Poseidon Adventure, and then there's a new one called Poseidon. There's a ship, it tips over, it's super huge, got all these pleasure boaters. It tips upside down in the water, and you see these big windows, and there's like tons of water crashing in around it, and you know, the captain's like, oh no, we're safe here, everything's fine, and everybody's like, yeah, and then there's a small handful of people going, he's full of shit, we're all gonna die in about an hour. And so they climb their way out, and everybody, all the fools are down there listening to the captain. We're okay, I'm the captain of this ship, I was here when this bitch was built, and everything's okay. And there's a handful of people going, this shit's gonna go down. We need to get out of here. That guy's an idiot. I don't care if he is the captain. It's a great movie. It's a great movie. Everybody should watch. Fools need physical proof for everything. There's a huge, like modern PhD and particle physicists and scientists. They're so myopic. They need physical proof of everything. You ever heard the old saying, you can't measure the measure? They don't believe in anything unless you could stick a thermometer up its ass, cut it in half, and stick it underneath the microscope. They don't believe it at all. They can't make an intuitive leap of anything. They are, by definition, fools. There are plenty of PhDs. I met these people, okay? Met them. PhD, graduate school, you know, lots of papers, by all accounts intelligent, but they are fools. They can't make an intuitive leap of logic of anything. They can't put two and two together. They can do math all day long, but they actually can't assimilate. They can't synthesize. They actually cannot engage the dialectic, if to be more specific. These are the same people that can't see evil people for who they are. There's a famous example of that recently. There was this like pack of retarded idiots up in Massachusetts or something, and it made the news. They were going to go to Syria or something and bike around spreading peace or something like that. Well, they got over there, it wasn't like a week later, on their little frickin' Schwinn bicycle or whatever the hell it was. They were snuffed. You know, the people, the terrorists saw that, like, here's a couple of Americans riding bicycles in the frickin' Syrian desert. It's like, you know, they whipped out their AKs and they snuffed them. There are people like that are just so clueless. They can't see. These are the same people that go, everybody's fundamentally good, you know, I just believe, like, because what if, like, some axe-wielding murderer broke into your house? Like, I just reason with him, and I tell him not to kill me and my children and wives. Like, really? Yeah, because fundamentally everybody's, it's like, oh my God, you are a fool! You know you've met people like that. I just look at them like, oh my God, you know? The only reason people like that are still alive and that, you know, Mother Nature hasn't snuffed them from existence is because we're living this time of great peace where stupidity is able to breed with other stupid people. And then stupid people are making stupid babies, and stupidity is just like, whew, it's breeding like a mother. That's going to piss a lot of people off. There's just all sorts of stupid people out there, but I believe in the good of human nature. It's like, you're an idiot. Fools congregate around nonsense movements and beliefs like lemmings. Religion. The the more stupid something is, the more popular it is. Because the ancient word for popular is the same word for idiot or fool. In the case of the Pali, the word is putujana. Just let me repeat that word to you. Putujana. It sounds like you're spitting, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, the fools can't make a leap in logic. They cannot intuit anything. I could actually make a list of like 100 more points, but I think you got the point. I wanted to delve into, at least superficially so, the metaphysics of fools. Lux e veritas. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you didn't, you know, who cares? It was accurate. It was deadly accurate. If you like these videos, you can always click the link below. Tell me to jump off a cliff, whatever makes you happy. Tomorrow's my birthday. Where's the cake at? Where's the cake? At least a cupcake, for God's sakes. Where's the cupcake at? Girlfriend, where is it? I'll be 46 tomorrow. You will say, you're still young. I was like, yeah, it's not the years, girlfriend. It's the mileage. It's the mileage. I need some more caffeine. I definitely need some more caffeine. Thank you so much for watching, and